Welcome to Uncle Matt Online Academy. In today's lesson, we want to study index notation. Index notation. Index notation is a way of representing numbers by writing their powers or by showing how many times a number is occurring. For instance, if we have 2 times 2, to show that 2 is coming 2 times, we write it as 2 then raised to power 2. That is, we count the number that the 2 is coming, the number of times this 2 is coming, which is 2. We have 1, 2. So we say 2 raised to power 2. Now, if the 2 is coming 3 times, like 2 times 2 times 2, if we want to write the index notation of this, we say that it is 2 raised to power how many times? 1, 2, 3. 2 raised to power 3. The same way, if we have 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. If you want to put this in the index form, we write 3 raised to power, we count the number of 3s, that is how many times it is occurring. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it becomes 3 raised to power 4. Now this one that is here, that is showing the number of time it is occurring using times to separate it. This one is called expanded form, while this one is called the index form. So in your exam, you may be given this expanded form and asked to get it in the index form, or you may be given the index form and then you are asked to get it in the expanded form. Now let's work the other way around. Let's take from the index form and find it in the expanded form. Now let's assume that we have 5 raised to power 6 and we are asked to find it in the expanded form. It is going to be equal to 5 into the number that is on top, that is 5 into the power, which is 6. So we write 5 and we use multiplication sign to separate it into 6. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. 1, 2, this is 5, okay, times 5. So it's now 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is correct. So this is how to convert this 5 raised to power 5 in the index form to the expanded form. Now, it is not only numbers that is written in the index form and expanded form. You may have alphabets given to you in the index form and you are asked to get it in the expanded form, or they give it to you in the expanded form and then you'll be asked to find it in the index form. For instance, we can have a raised to power 3 and you'll be asked to get this in the expanded form. This is going to be write a into the number that it is coming, that is into the power, which is 3. So we have a times a times a. That is a into 3 times. If you have b raised to power 4, it is equal to b into 4 times in the expanded form, which is now b times b times b times b. This is b into 4 times. You may also be given this number in the expanded form and then asked to get it in the index form. For instance, if you have d raised to power 5, okay, that is in index form. If you have d times d times d times d times d. This is an expanded form. We may be asked to find this in the index form. It is going to be equal to, we count the number of d, the number of times the d is occurring, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we now say that it is d raised to power 5. D raised to power 5. So we can also convert alphabets that is written in the expanded form to the index form. The same way we can also do for numbers that is written in the expanded form, you can convert it to the index form, and also alphabet that is written in the index form, we can convert it to the expanded form. Now, in some cases, they can combine both the alphabets and the numbers. Now, let's see. If we have a raised to power 3, a raised to power 3, two raised to power, or we can have 2 raised to power 4, a raised to power 3. This is an index form. We can convert this to expanded form, and for us to do it, we find the expanded form of 2 raised to power 4 and expanded form of a raised to power 3. We put everything together, so it is going to be, for 2 we have 2 coming into 4 times, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Then this is 2 raised to power 4 in the expanded form. Then we continue with a raised to power 3. That is a coming into 3 times a times a times a. So this is a into 3 times and 2 into 4 times. So this is the expanded form of this index form. Another example, if you have 4 raised to power 2 c raised to power 2, this is going to be equal to 4 times 4, that is for 4, and then c times c times c, each of them occurring 2 times. Now we can have alphabet and numbers combined together in the expanded form, and then we are asked to get it in the index form. For instance, if we have a times a times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Now this is going to be equal to, we count the number of times that a is occurring and then the number of times that 2 is occurring. A is coming 2 times, so we have a raised to power 2. And then 2 is coming into 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is 2 raised to power 4. Now we can rewrite this to make the numbers to come first before the alphabet. If you leave it like this, you still have your full answer, your full mark, but it is common, or it is better to leave, to make the figure, that is the number, to come before the alphabet. So we can still say that this is equal to 2 raised to power 4. Then we now write the alphabet a raised to power 2. So we have converted alphabet and number combined in the expanded form. We converted it to the index form. This alphabet and number, sometimes it can contain more than one alphabet. For instance, in one index form, we can have both A and B and C. For instance, we can have a raised to power 2, b raised to power 3. To get this in the expanded form, it is equal to, just pick each of them and look for the number of times they are occurring using the power, which is a raised to power. A raised to power 2 is a times a, that is a coming to 2 times, and b raised to power 3 is equal to b times b times b. Then if this, we can also combine this with numbers like 3 a raised to power 3, b raised to power 2, 3 raised to power 2, 3 raised to power 2, 3 raised to power 2, a raised to power 3, and b raised to power 2. If we expand this, we are going to get 3 times 3 times a times A times A times B times B. So 3 is coming 2 times, A is coming 3 times, and B is coming 2 times. So it is correct. So this is how to get the expanded form when we have both alphabet and different, when we have a number and different alphabets combined in the same index form. I believe you can also convert this in the expanded form to the index form. So this is it about index notation. For linear index notation, in our next lesson, we are going to talk about inverse linear notation. Now your assignment. Okay, this is your assignment. Number 1, find the index notation of A times A times B times B times 4 times 4. II. B times A times B times A times 2 times A times 2. Find this in their index notation. Then, number 2, find the expanded form of A raised to power 2, B raised to power 2, 5 raised to power 2, A, B raised to power 3. A raised to power 2, 3 raised to power 4, B raised to power 5. So, you solve this and submit the quiz. Thank you.